The Epic Cup Grand Final, best of 5, everybody. We already had the Rare Cup Grand Final, now we have the Grand Final of the Epic Cup. This is a Division 4 and 5 that are now facing off against each other. And well, we're going to go over what exactly all of this is, why we didn't have a draft in just a moment. But first of all, let's have a bit of a look to these players, because we got T forever on the left side for Just Cause, we got Aquas on Chromie, Norak on May, Lilith Eden on Lucio, Master Chips is playing Diva, and on the right side of the map the Trying Dutchman with Kefi on Johanna, Eric's the Swift on Hoga, we got Willy B on Malfurion, Hunter on Cassia, and Slip is playing Li Ming. So, well, main reason why we didn't have a draft is quite simple. All of these games happened over the weekend when, of course, the Masters Clash was also taking place. These are end-of-season tournaments for the Heroes Lounge leagues. And, well, we're going to determine the champion of those leagues. But because they pretty much happened at the same time than the Masters Clash games, that's one of the main reasons why I, of course, prioritize the Masters Clash. And since replays don't contain draft information, these are all casted from replays. Now, I have obviously not looked at these replays. I have no idea who's winning all of those. But we want to give a bit of exposure to the amateur scene. And yeah, give them a chance to shine a little bit and see what those leagues are up to. Now, again, if you're interested in playing in a competitive environment, anybody can sign up for Heroes Lounge. Go over to heroeslounge.gg, check them out. You can either sign up with an entire team, you can sign up as an individual player, it doesn't really matter. But if you want to play in a competitive environment, it doesn't matter if you're playing on bronze, plastic, or grandmaster level, then this is a perfect opportunity for you. So, either way, let's focus a little bit at the game at hand here and check this out and see who's going to claim it. Now, of course, as time continues, we're also going to look at the grand finals of the Division 1 tournament and some other stuff. There's also an announcement that they just made the other day. So up to now we had Division 1 to 7, but apparently even in Division 1 there was a huge skill gap between the top teams and the bottom teams within Division 1. Mainly because we have more and more of the competitive players that play in Masters, Clash and other tournaments also play a bit now with other teams, with mixed teams in Heroes Lounge. And for that reason, the skill gap between the top and the bottom teams is pretty big. So they announced that they will go for a more exclusive league above all of this, which they call Division 1 Plus. Now, not gonna lie, I think the name is absolute garbage. I have no idea why they would do that. Call it the Heroes Lounge Premier League. Use Division S again as they did in the past. But I already am dreading all the comments that I'm going to get on Twitch and on YouTube whenever we're talking about Division 1 Plus, because people just don't get what 1 Plus is and mix it up with Division 1 and are totally confused. So the name is horrible. The idea I am very much so in favor for, and I think it's a great move. Might be something where we're going to take some games, some casts of the regular season matches as well in the future, but time will tell. For now, let's enjoy the Epic Cup and our first game in the best of 5 series. As you can see, we're in Cursed Hollow. The teams so far have played it a little bit slow. Keep in mind, this is amateur league play, so you're not going to see the most insane games. We are very likely going to see some fun shit, though. If you're looking for the highest level of competition, this is definitely not going to be it. If you're looking for some honest competition between players that might be more closer to your level, but also some fun stuff and maybe some really fun fails, as we had in the last series, then this is the one to watch for sure. So yeah, we're going to enjoy this one. Now we're on Cursed Hollow, the first tribute is now up. Lulnara is still down at the bottom of the map. We're having top side, of course, the fight for the first tribute, as the teams are going to look to work towards Curse number 1. When it comes to talents, we already got the On the Prowl here for Hogger. He's going to be great here. Hogger is going to poke this out like there's no tomorrow. And Chromie made it somehow also through the draft. I mean, good for her, I suppose. Yeah! So she's excited, and I mean, I totally get it. Normally she's getting banned these days, but the Chromester is ready to go. Level 7 talents also kicking in, immediately the Splintered Spear. And without the extra talent, the red team has a bit of a problem. And Lulnara is just sitting at the bottom of the map and is playing PvE. So I'm not quite sure what's going on top side, but this is a 4 versus 4. And thanks to Lulnara pushing the bottom, that talent advantage is allowing the blue team to interrupt this even further. And it doesn't seem like anyone on the red team is making a move down to the bottom. Another interrupt, and Lulnara is just sitting there like lol 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 lol. She's trying to take the entire lane down. Now, off we go. There's the hit, and, well, there's the kill. So in the 4 versus 4, the blue team finally loses a hero, and that's Mei. And still nobody at the bottom of the map. So yeah, you're gonna lock in a tribute, but congratulations, it comes at a pretty high cost. You just lost the fountain, you lost the wall, and you lost half the HP of the bottom fort as well. So I don't know if that was really worth it. Actually, I know if it was worth it or not, and the answer is...
Nope.
Exactly. So, even Living has a bit of a problem here, but that fort is incredibly low already. Everybody else is now splitting up on the lanes again. We got the first kill of the game with 1 against Mei, of course, a bit earlier. But that's a great start for the blue team, I'm not gonna lie. As the game continues, the Trying Dutchman, they have to try a little bit harder because on the macro, they seem like they would lose a lot. I gotta be blunt, if I see that as the blue team, what I would log in immediately for the next game is like a Falstead or a Dehaka and try to play more of a global approach. If they're capable of doing that, if that's something that they maybe practice at some point. Because it doesn't really seem like the Trying Dutchman makes the best macro decisions. Now, I'm also basing all of this only on the tribute. Maybe the initial hope was that he could lock in the tribute quickly and then rotate someone down. So there's always that. But we're going to keep a bit of an eye on the macro decisions that are being made here. Because I think that might be something the blue team could try to expose and capitalize on a little bit. I mean, either way, down to the bottom, now we got Pogga, and the red team is this time splitting on all of the lanes here. The blue team is very, very happy with the fact that they get an early level 10. So I would be shocked if the... What is Li Ming doing here? This is the typical play where you're thinking, hey, I can interrupt them, and then you get murdered. I don't think the ice wall was necessarily needed. Then again, it's not a loss either. Li Ming goes down, and that's the first kill for Just Cause. And down here, we got the leap. And like every single time that we have Lunara with leap, I mean, she kind of goes for this, like, bleh sound whenever she goes like, meh, meh, meh. You're gonna hear that in just a second. You just wait, she's gonna go for it. So yeah, she's like going around and blares like a goat. But Lucio, dude, you need help. Not alone, my friend. Yeah, that's not happening. Eric's the Swift is getting impaled down here. Zunara is hitting one spear after another. And yeah, Lucio finally got a bit of help too. That was needed. I was already thinking like, yeah, it's not happening, my friend. So Hoga doesn't have a good time down here. He's just like, boys, I don't like this. And there's help. So Jojo's coming in, Noblest Shield from her. There's nobody to follow up on that yet. Of course, with the Splintered Spear, T Forever can also do something. It's also a shitty name, by the way. T Forever? What's wrong with you? I mean, unless you're British, you have no excuse for that crap. Coffee, baby. That's where it's at. Give me that caffeine. Straight up into the veins, my friend. That's how we roll. Oh, yeah. Oh, the ice wall! The kill! Oh, my God. Please. The setup. Look at that. The total disaster for the red team. They lose one. I think they could have lost way more, so they got off pretty cheap here. Yeah, there we go. Quick attack against Jojo. That didn't really work, but still, that's the second tribute. Now they can defend the middle now and do a bit more. It's kind of fascinating to me that not more heroes were killed in an encounter. That ice wall hit 3. I mean, it was more or less used to trap Cassia, granted, but still, they did a lot. And now, Hoga, can they poke him out? No. But they can take the fort. Yeah, they can definitely go for the fort now. Right away. So, let's take it. Easy peasy. Also, as it comes down to the damage numbers, we had 13,000 for Lulnara and also for Cassia. The Acid is taking this one down as well. And here we go. I mean, at the end of the day, honestly, it's in 1 level lead. It's level 13 that's going to kick in soon. And both teams are now making a play for the boss. So we got that at the bottom of the map. And already up at the top. And of course they would love to also go for the objective now, because with the tribute spawning in 9 seconds and they hurry up and they got Diva top, they just need 1 interrupt. Haha, someone got caught here. But the red team already rotated down as they thought, well, maybe we can stop them from getting the boss, and the answer to that is just no. So instead, we are going to have the fight for the first curse here. And Hoga is already getting chunked down a little bit, but at least topside, the red team is slightly faster. And they're trying to isolate the backline again. And here comes already Diva at the front. Valkyrie is being used. Hoga is in the middle of things. And Lunara comes in and gets the kill. Hoppity hop, baby. As they're turning their attention towards Malfurion and Cassia again. But now that they're creating the space, it's Li Ming that's the biggest threat. She's just shelling away one combo after another, and if that connects with the backline, that might be a problem. It's still a 5 versus 4 though. The boss is going through the top, and Jojo goes down. Keep in mind that the bottom boss didn't have to go through a fort though, so this one is going straight for the keep, so that's a big difference. So it's going to do some damage. This one is going to stop pretty soon, and that is a curse now as well. Li Ming, what are you thinking? You're all alone and you're going for the attack there against the full 5-man. That's that hero complex that you sometimes have when you think, if I just get that perfect play, then I can take her down, and then it's so much better. But now they're looking at a real shitty spot, because not only do they have a curse against them and the boss that they just defended against, they are also missing one of their damage dealers. So the fort at the top has fallen, the keep at the bottom has taken damage, in the middle we're seeing the fort also getting a beating. Woo. I don't know, guys. This is not looking too good for the Trying Dutchman here. 5 kills to 2. Another wall is being set up. They might get the kill here. No, not quite. It's again in isolation. Oh, but that was a nice Valkyrie. Hello, Diva! And the pilot is down. Another thing that's going to fall is likely the fort. And indeed, it's done. Yeah, the keep is more of a concern, because that one got shellacked. 5 kills to 2. 1 level lead still. 18,000 damage for good old Lulnara. And talking about Lulnara, she's about to meet Jojo. She could have honestly body blocked that a little bit, as long as there's nobody there. But it seems like Mei is going to do that. That's a former Warcraft 3 player right there. Check that shit out. Yeah, look at that. Oh yeah, we are going body block, baby. And Jojo is sitting there. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh yeah, that's some RTS skills right there. Nice body blocking. Someone has brushed up on his mechanics for sure. So if they would have followed up on this, they could have stolen the camp too. But yeah, that ain't happening. The level 16s are in. With that, we got, of course, again, a talent advantage for the team in blue. And that also includes the unfair advantage over here. Whereas over on the left side, we currently get our next camp claimed. And bosses should honestly be 2 minutes? Really? I have sworn more time has passed. Okay, so yeah, they're trying to trap here a bit. There's honestly not really that much that they can do right now. Push the lanes out, get the camps, maybe set a trap up somewhere. That was some of the things that we've seen in not only the Master Clash, but even in Division 7. A lot of traps. I'm talking about traps. This is at least a gank, but Master Chips makes it out. Okay. Still able to get away here. 42 stacks at this point. So with that, we have good damage for our girl, for Cassia. I mean, as the game continues, she's going to get more and more and more on that. In the late game, of course, if you can scale that properly, those Lightning Furies will chunk you down hard. And that's pretty much what they're gambling on right now. We got the level 16 talents ready for them as well, which gives us the Berserker right here. And yeah, Lunara, she's hoping to get to that keep. He could already tell that for just a second he was thinking, am I just jumping over and try to drop some of the acid on it to take it down? But decided against it, which is definitely the safer option here. Okay, so still a topside push. Siege Giants plus Catapult equals a fort that could be destroyed or at least damaged. If you don't make a move for it. It's only the first tribute for the blue team, so red team could technically still give this up, but as they're playing on the same talent, shouldn't really have a problem taking the fight either. Yeah, already Jojo running straight up into the trap. Topside again is pushing, keep that in mind a bit on the minimap. The wall is up again. Malfurion is not with the team, so they don't have any kind of heals right now. But here's the plays, everyone. Yeah, they are going in with a Hoarder pulled. Mei gets caught by the Valkyrie. And Norak is dead, but so is Jojo. Kill for a kill. Hogga is pogging hard. And Lunara is trying to connect the damage now too. But as I mentioned before, keep that top lane in mind, because that one is hurting them. And the longer this lasts, the more it's going to be a problem. Another interrupt. Good root against Lunara. That's the save. Jumps out. Lunara! She's going to get her ass moonfired now. Gets away for the time being, but I don't think she's gonna make it out. Nope. Moonfire straight up, and she is gone. Tribute hasn't been taken yet. The tribute hasn't been taken, and Cassia is already splitting off because this is an issue. This keep is getting murdered right now. I mean, there's 2 catapults on the keep, plus also the Siege Giants, and this is not looking good. That keep will be super, super low. They're gonna save it, but both of the keeps are now incredibly exposed. Boss gets attacked. That's a bit of a ballsy choice. If you have a 5 versus 4 on the map and your opponent just took a tribute right there, I would be a bit careful on which boss you're gonna go for. So, fair enough, they're deciding to grab it, and the red team is taking theirs at the top. Both of them will go straight up for keeps, and the Trying Dutchman's keep at the bot lane doesn't, of course, stand a chance. They should have gone for the boss at the bot lane, to be honest with you. If they wanted to go for a boss, they are playing a 5 versus 4 right now. You can make the aggressive play, especially since they knew that some of the heroes were already down there. The chances of the blue team rotating topside and trying to trade there are very, very slim. So as long as Lunara is gone, that's a chance that you have. Because down here, Hogger can do whatever he wants. He's not going to be able to save that keep. That's just not happening. That thing is way, way, way too low as is. So instead, we now have at the top the next tribute spawning, and the blue team will have to react since the Trying Dutchman holds now too. But of course, they're already showing at the bot lane, so blue team knows if this continues, they're not going to even have anybody resisting the attempt to grab tribute number 1 for them now. The experience is nearly the same. We're looking at level 19 versus 19, and thanks to the Siege Giants and Lunara, this boss doesn't stand a chance. So instead, here's the spawn. And they're grabbing it. As expected, bot lane keep is gone. And now it's just time to soak the level 20 ability and play around that. Try to see what he can do with it. Have a bit of a look if there's an opportunity to maybe get a quick kill somewhere. If Li Ming, for example, plays a bit too aggressive on the other side again, they might be able to punish her. 31,000 currently for her. It's 0 deaths on Malfurion, Chromie, and Lucio so far. Most of the shorties over here. Okay, tribute down at the bottom. Now, like I said, red team can let tributes go. Blue team has to react because they will be cursed. But they're also slightly ahead in experience, so they can take the earlier position. They can set up. Need to also deal with the Siege Giants before they do too much damage. And the red team still has to worry a little bit about what's going on at the top lane, simply because their keep is so low. But outside of that, we get the Storm Talents now. Channel is not quite just starting yet. Red team should be able to get their own level 20. Yeah, Jojo was in the middle and has taken a few more minions down. So there we go. Standing Faith is in for Johanna. We got also the shower for Malfurion. He definitely needed one. And Repulsion is in too. Yeah, and the first thing that happens is that Hogger has a problem, and a big one at that. The Valkyrie connecting again. Oh, big dive into the back, and the explosion of D.Va. D.Va down, but the explosion takes Johanna. Johanna is dead. Norak is trying to get out with Mei. Saves himself. Lunara with 100 HP. Mei is also dead. 3 versus 3. And Hogger with a big poke. He just can't kill Lunara. Lunara is still alive, and they go for the... No! 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 The curse is hitting them. And guys, check that one out. Lunara was like, I'm alive! I'm alive! I got out. And then Lucio. Oh, poor Lunara. The fort in the middle is down, so yep. There it is, everyone. 9 kills to 7. The forts are about to fall as the Trying Dutchman have the curse on the opponent's team. Cassia is doing more and more damage now that she's getting the stacks together. And here we have it. Yeah, honestly, that Lightning Fury setup, that was able to finally drop Lunara there. Lucy's positioning was so unlucky in that encounter. I mean, everything worked together. If Lucy doesn't move that way, it doesn't happen. If Lunara doesn't move down at the moment, it also doesn't connect with her. So, that was unfortunate. Anyways, there's pressure on the top lane too, which in this case translates directly into damage on the keep. But it's still a bit of an even playing field. And the bosses, they will be up soon again. So I guess that once the bosses are back up on the map, this is where we're going to really see what's happening. The problem is that this boss here needs to be taken by the red team. They need to make a play for it, because they are the ones that don't have a keep at the bot lane anymore. Now, to be blunt, even the top lane doesn't look so great, but still, they have at least a little bit left on that lane when it comes to hit points on the keep. And in addition to that, that lane is pushed out because of the position that they have. They're going to lose ground on the bot lane as the game continues, because of the continuous cutoff pull pressure from Just Cause. 9 kills to 7. There's the wall. Double connect. Nice. And, well, Here comes the sound barrier too, as they're going for an attempted kill against Eric's the Swift, but they can't take him. The poke that was set up with the pressure from the trying Dutchman in the middle wasn't really enough here. But as I said, the bosses are going to be up in a moment. That's not going to take too long. Okay, Kefi. Ooh, careful. Gets body blocked by his teammate. Mr. Eric's over here, trying for the poke. Full control, and he's dead. Yeah, they're getting the kill against Hogger, and that's just as the bosses are about to respawn on the map. So now they got the opportunity here. Yeah, they're trying to chase Li Ming to... Oh, that was nearly a kill, but they're going straight up for Li Ming, and they get the kill against her. So yeah, boss is up. Could technically take him. In this case, probably would have gone for boss. They're a bit hesitant. I think they were debating between going core or going boss, but yeah, I think they can even make a double boss play. Both is totally fine. Take boss number 1, go to the top, take the second boss, and then try to end with boss number 2. That's definitely something that they can easily do right now. With 3 defenders and blessed shield still up, also the blind on Jojo, going for core here might have been a bit of a risk. But yeah, they can go for a double boss play without a problem. But I think they're going to try and end with this one right away. Either way, they have to face off against Hogger and against Li Ming, so there's that. But this is difficult to stop for the Trying Dutchman. Because yeah, this is going to be a little bit rough. Because right now it's 11 kills against 7 already, but you got a boss coming in at 20 minutes. That one is already pretty strong. And of course, 5 versus 5 is always kind of nice, but they could even see some heroes fall before that. And hello, team! Lucio, not like this, baby. Lucio down, Chromie down, and that's a problem. They lost 2, and they might just lose more. Lunara jumps in, the boss is on the core. And that's the reason why I would have gone for the double boss play instead of just going for one. If you want to play it super safe, then do that. Because now the red team can defend, and then they can go to the top, take that boss, and push with it. So that's the reason why I would have gone for the double boss play. You would have gotten the keep at the top for sure, and very likely you would have been able to end the game with that. Either way, now the red team has an opportunity to make a play of their own. So that was a bit of a YOLO move that did not work out at all. The Game of Throws, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, that's the moment where you want to go straight up for this bad boy. 102 stacks already on Cassia's side, so she's doing well on that too. Of course, the vision has been there. And yeah, here we go. They're going to get the boss, and then they can push in. And now the question is how the red team is going to react. Shouldn't really move out too fast. You have 2 heroes there. I have no idea what you think you're doing here, but you have 2 heroes that are dead. What do you think you're doing here? Like, seriously. Do you think, like, D.Va moves in and steals the boss away? Just stay the hell away from this. Yeah, you're only going to eat damage. If you get flanked, you're going to be in trouble. So, yeah, Tribute is up. So, if they win the fight, then that's a curse. We have 11 kills to 9. And they gotta defend their keep as much as they can. And of course, it's still true. If they win the team fight here, then they can easily move to either the top or the bot lane and end the game. And they got the chance. I mean, that boss can still be defended against. Let's not forget there's still a keep here, so that slows it down a little bit at least. And they're already poking it nicely. So, yeah, just need to get Lunara in a good spot. She's gonna chunk that thing down like there's no tomorrow. Off we go. Boss gets attacked. Yeah, they're not gonna go for core here unless they get kills. But here's the attempt at least. Valkyrie gets used again. Boss is about to go down. Creating a little bit of space here. And talking about going down, seems like... Oh, Jojo. She could have fallen. That was a nice save. Malfurion with the Tranquility, keeping her alive. Boss gets attacked and is eliminated before it goes through the shield. Then again, they're still thinking about potentially chasing all of this, but they can't quite yet. Tribute is up on the map again. And yeah, no, they're gonna channel this one. They're there in time. I was thinking that maybe they can interrupt it, and if they can, then we could technically see a fight for the next curse, but they are, of course, a bit too quick for that. Okay, but hello? Hello, Cassia? No, no, no. No! Yeah, careful. That's like the worst case scenario. You have Cassia greeting for a couple of stacks or something as everybody retreats, just took the keep down, you feel fantastic, and then all of a sudden there's a quick pick on someone. You're playing a 4 versus 5 and you're losing all ground that you worked for so hard on the map, and the game is over. But now Cassia survives, we're able to save her. She's 115 stacks now. And she's good damage now. I mean, it's 81,000 damage for her, 150,000 on Siege alone. That puts her into the 4th highest place. So yeah, she's definitely chipping the numbers in. But this game isn't over. Both of the teams have been exposed on one lane at least. So you win a team fight, you can move through it and then take the core down. As you can tell, bosses are up in 2:41 and down here in 1 minute. So the bottom boss is actually going to become interesting. Yeah, they go for Mei. And hello, is that a kill? Oh, the sound barrier. Hogga is down. Oh my god, Lunara coming in with the Hogga damage, and then it's a minion that finishes him off. And now they can take the boss at the bot lane. And they can take the curse. Yeah, now the entire map is open. All of a sudden, you are... I mean, this is more or less checkmate. You got the boss coming up on the bot lane. You got the curse that you can push on your opponent. It doesn't get much better than that. I mean, that's a great position to be in right now. So, yeah, the curse is in. And now they can start pushing. Boss at the bottom of the map. If you want to take him on the way back, you can do that. But ideally, of course, you are trying to end the game even before that happens. Taking all of the keeps down is already a big step into the right direction, too. You want to get this one for sure. And if you can take another kill, then you go core right away. And they're already starting to body block hard. You can't fall back on keeps anymore. The first one is down. They're going for Diva again. Some nice damage against Jojo as well. More stacks, of course, also for Cassia. But I don't think it's going to make a difference. Yeah, well, it might, because they're going straight up for Mei. And they take her. Mei is down. Mei is eliminated, and that forces the blue team back. Now, the curse is still pushing hard. But at this point, with the 4-man, go for boss, honestly. It's probably the best play that you can make. And the red team, once that you disappear from the map, have to go down there and do something about it. Which means that the other lanes are pushing. They can't allow the boss to be taken. Are they trying to backdoor? This is a nice read if they're trying to do that, but I don't think you can backdoor this. What's the goal here? I don't understand what they're doing. They have to abandon. Don't tell me that works. Are they really backdooring this? And the red team, they went for the bottom fight and were not suspicious when nobody was there? What did they think where they were? Yeah, well done, well done. The red team got greedy and they were not really suspicious at all, so the backdoor works out. The Trying Dutchman, they defeat themselves just cause they go for the call and they come to the top lane and take the win on map number 1. Nicely done. Yeah, nice mindfuck right there. So, Just Cause with a lead in the best of 5 series at the grand final of the Epic Cup.
Before we head into game number 2, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet so you don't miss out on any future content here on Khaldor TV.
The calls! Game number 2. Yeah, a little bit of a it was a bit of a weird one there towards the end. So definitely some mind games that were played between the teams. Trying Dutchman, they needed to double check the bottom boss. I'm just a bit surprised that after they didn't see anybody there and they didn't have any vision on the map, they decided that all is fine and they don't need to check the top. So nice call by Just Cause, I suppose. If the Trying Dutchman sniff out any of this or played a bit more defensive, then there is a solid chance that Just Cause loses a hero or two in the attempt to go for core and the game turns again. But as it happens, it was the perfect play and they win game number 1. Easy peasy. Now, in game number 2, we got the Vikings. Aquos on Reyna. We got T Forever on Cassia. Master Chips is playing Vikings this time as we're heading into game number 2 of the best of 5 Heroes of the Storm series. Lilith Eden on Lucio. And we got Norak on A. On the right side of the map, Eric's the Swift on Urel. We got Willy B on Malfurion, Hunter on Falstad, Slimp on Liming, and Kefi is playing... yeah, what is Kefi playing? He's playing Muradin. The guy with the beard, exactly. Hammer time! Okay, so we got 2 dwarves with a hammer. We got Falstad and we got Muradin. And we got the Vikings. Lost once again. And focusing, of course, on the mid and top lane. Yeah, 4-man is not what you would normally think of a proper 4-man here, but either way, that one can chunk in some damage. Now, the 1 minute mark is gonna be accomplished in a second, so it means it's time for the caps. And both of the teams are going straight up for the pumpkins, the blue team and the red team. No surprises there. We got on our level 1, the frequent flyer coming in. And all the way up at the top, Urel is still ghosting around against the Vikings. And of course, hope to just interrupt her like this, always dropping her off the mount, being as annoying as possible. Yeah, a little bit of damage already baited by Norak down here too. And Vikings are always difficult to deal with. If you have a team that knows how to play the Vikings, it can be super annoying. We're seeing it in the Masters Clash now all the time, where players like Hazops are playing the Vikings. Hydra, of course, plays a ton of it. Skork has played Vikings. So we have a lot of teams that are threatening them lately, especially on maps like Towers of Doom and Cursed Hollow, and a couple of others. And if you have a good Vikings player against you, that can be a nuisance, especially if the rest of the team is also doing well with the 4-man and got a decent draft for it. So the question is always, how do you react to that? And I think part of that reaction is definitely now Falstad. So he's going to attempt to control the macro and counterplay the Vikings at least a little bit. Seems that at least in terms of build, we're now also seeing Muradin going into a healing static later on. At least for now, he has moved into the Thunderburn, which is normally what you would like to do if you're going healing static on 13 for the added survivability. Triple altar phase is soon going to come up. The altars are going to be announced in 10 seconds, and then we're pretty much getting ready for the first big fight. And that's where the Vikings can also help to sneak some of those in easily. Down here though, still both teams aiming for the first kill. Muradin, since he went into this build now, is of course stacking without having the assistance of Sledgehammer on level 4, which helps him to stack the baseline so much faster. But he has 5 Stormbolts connected for now. And here come the altars. Master Chips is going to try to interrupt over here, where another Viking takes on the left side, and then at the bottom of the map is where our 4 versus 4 will start. Balog at least goes down, so that's a good step for the team. And as expected, the channel is happening, and here's the interrupt to slow Urel down, whereas the real fight is down at the bottom of the map. The birdie flying in too, but getting immediately pushed back. Good route though. And this, Jimmy. Yeah, this is Jimmy. He still makes it out. The Vikings are pushing the lane at the top, and there's of course no hope for Urel to get her altar at this point. So she needs to try and get the experience on the lane, but also not give the altar up. So she's in a real pickle. And the team down here has to simply get that altar, or they're going to lose at least 2 out of the 3. Ah, if not for the kills. Li Ming! Nicely done. Fantastic kill by her. Good combo against Jimmy. And he just doesn't stand a chance there. Urel is still dealing with all 3 Vikings as the teammates trying to finally lock this one in. The Trying Dutchman with a great kill have finally the upper hand in the bottom fight and might grab it. Yeah, Urel is shifting between all of this. Urel, yeah, I really don't envy Urel. Urel is currently paying attention to the altar at the top right. She's paying attention to the experience in the middle, and she has to also eventually deal with all of this. So the team needs to hurry, and instead Jimmy is back to business. So this is a 4 versus 4 again. Eric is channeling, and yeah, there's the interrupt, but look at this. There's a lot that's going to be lost here. So now he's rotating over again. Falstad is flying out to help out since they're realizing, guys, this is not going well. Level 7 talents are ready. Still more fights, and of course more stacks for Cassia, who is capitalizing on that situation. But here's the channel finally. Bam, another 4 shots are fired. And as at the top side, one of the Vikings is just making it out. The double setup between Urel and Falstad are now going to ensure that this altar is grabbed by Just Cause. Or at least it should. And baiting here would also not make too much sense. Instead, they're going for the pumpkin camp. So Just Cause is trying to snag this one up, which shouldn't really be a problem considering how far in they are already. Yeah, Muradin gets slowed down, and they take the camp. So we got 36 against 32 points. Level 8 is already in. Good stacks for Cassia. 33. Very, very solid for her. And 10 Stormbolts to the name of Muradin. Yeah, with that, bit of a top pressure. Eric's the Swift, Master Chips, all of them ready and good to go. Same time, we have an invade attempt by the blue team, by the red team. The Trying Dutchman are attempting to paying them back in kind. There's a lot of jumping going on. Muradin is hopping around the entire time. Urel is doing the same. And they're able to take it, with the Vikings still focusing on the control of top and mid lane. There's only a 4-man available down here, and that means that the red team has a chance. They're trying to take those out, but the tower is gone. And there is pressure now. The Trying Dutchman, they are trying to come in with some extra pressure, and they get a kill nearly against Cassia. Not quite. But T Forever got incredibly low here, and he's not the only one. Norak is also eating one combo after another from Li Ming in particular. Slimp on Li Ming is sitting at 18,000 damage, doing a great job here. And Falstad is helping out against the Vikings again. So far the combo is kind of working. I mean, it's a kill against 0. We have the entire time heroic abilities now kicking in. On the macro, you can tell that Just Cause is putting a lot of pressure up. But it's not really anything that forces the issue just yet. Norak is continually a bit low, which really limits the plays that he can make here. But they're going for the kill against Li Ming. There's the Gust, but it's not quite as successful as they were hoping for. They can at least force the battle, though. Vikings control the map again. Here's the hoppity hop as Urel comes in. The birdie goes down. Jimmy locking in another auto attack, right-clicking the hell out of Falstad. And now with this play, we are seeing 2 more heroes completely exposed, Muradin being one of them. He just makes it out, and the Vikings, they have in the meantime gone for the altar that spawned, channeled that one through, and put the red team down to 28 points on the core. 16 stacks for Muradin, 41 for Cassia at the 7-minute mark. And the Vikings, they are pressuring and interrupting the rotation of Urel, slowing it down a bit as topside Master Chips is going to make sure that nobody even gets this experience. At least that's the idea. I'm not quite sure if they can slow Urel down even further. Seems like they're not even trying. But yeah, they're setting this up with Eric interrupting the rotation and the other 2 just pushing the lanes. I don't want to be Urel in that situation. I definitely don't want to be her. She's going to be in so much trouble here the entire time. It's an annoying style to play. You're just playing PvE the entire time, facing off against Vikings that are trying to slow you down and force you to lose experience eventually. And you can already see it reflected a bit in the experience count that we're having for the team there. Now, Vikings are always a little bit overinflated, and Urel, as you can tell, is still doing a great job here. But there's, of course, still an advantage in minions experience. 20,800 against 18,900, so roughly a 2,000 point lead on that. And most of this simply results in those interruptions of Urel moving between the lanes. So that's a huge part of it. Nora gets attacked again. Vikings are getting hunted, but the camps get taken. And this time there's no invade. Actually, they're still thinking about it. But there's the wall, and the pumpkins are claimed. A little bit of an early sound barrier. I don't really think that that was needed. It looked more like a bit of a panic move that we had. But here comes the attack again. Muradin in the attempt to jump out. Everybody dropping the button and hitting the ult. But it's level 13. That's really the biggest issue now. And that should be available in just a moment. And there it is. So that's a talent advantage for Just Cause. The Vikings, yeah, they're going straight into the jump now. So the next talent is going to be the stun, and that will allow the Vikings to also participate in team fights. For now, they're still totally happy to focus a bit more onto the lanes. I'm not so sure why the blue team isn't playing a bit more aggressive. I mean, it's a 4 versus 5 here, but they got the talent, so just poke this and play a bit of time. Yeah, I could even rotate the Vikings down already. Ah, nice! Good wall. Very, very good wall. Master Chips is already there, so they could literally just use the ult and bring them down. An attack from the back, but he's mostly interested in interrupting them. They're still trying to get the experience lead by having the Vikings in the mid and top, but he can interrupt, of course. And now that the jump is in, you can make Li Ming's life a living hell with the Vikings. You can really start to attacking her a lot harder, even though the stun on 16 is, of course, still pretty crucial talent for that. Yeah, Bird flies in, trying to go for the Gast, I assume. Nope, Norak. Yeah, that sound barrier was on point. Nice, and there's the interrupt again. Buying time for Balog, buying time for the top. One is going to die to the towers. Balog is dead, but that doesn't change the fact that he escorted the entire wave in, and the red team is losing experience. Look where we are right now. They were roughly on the same level, and now all of a sudden we're seeing 36 against 28 points. They channeled the altars. The red team got it. They got the channel, but now they lose Falstad, and again, they're losing ground. It's not only that the top lane is getting attacked, it's all the experience that gets lost. That gap is widening. That's the horror, the nuisance of playing against Vikings. If your opponent knows what they're doing and they're not YOLOing too hard, they're just keeping you busy, then the Vikings are going to get value while all of that happens. And now Muradin is alone at the bot lane. And the attack is coming in. That might not directly convert the bell tower, but it opens up the possibility for later on in the game. And of course, since this was a longer skirmish, it also means that Cassia got more stacks. 59! She gets good stacks together here. Falstad has 27, Muradin has 22. 33,000 damage for Li Ming. Cassia has the same. And they are starting to attack again, and Urel finds herself in her own private nightmare once more, as she's trying to control the experience again. But as you can tell, this is now leading to a level 16 soon enough. And that's exactly where they want to be. Oh, what a beautiful catch! Beautiful catch against Malfurion. They just missed the kill. I think some of the players were even more surprised than Malfurion himself. They were like, wait a second, let's follow up on that, and it didn't quite work. But we are now in a position where another double altar spawns, and this should be an easy top left, top right exchange. But the more important part is the level 16, because now you can make your plays. Now you can be aggressive. So, there's also the stun. Yeah, pay attention, Li Ming. Gotta be careful here. And let's go. As I explained in the past, a lot of people think that Li Ming is amazing against the Vikings. They're like, oh my god, if you have Vikings against Li Ming, then you do something wrong, or that a Li Ming pick into Vikings guarantees you a victory because of resets. And it's just simply not true. If you have a shitty Viking player on the other side, that can happen. But a good Vikings player is going to play around the jump. He is going to play around the level 16 with a Largen in charge and put pressure on Li Ming, and can literally hunt her down with good positioning and moves. So Li Ming can get resets against Vikings, but only a crappy Vikings player is going to let that happen reliably. And yeah, in this case, I would be surprised if the Vikings are making any moves without beforehand positioning themselves properly and then trying to attack Li Ming directly with the stun and the follow-up from the rest of the team. So, yeah, if you have a shitty Li Ming player, a shitty Vikings player on the other side and he just YOLOs kills in against you, yeah, then you're gonna have a lot of fun. But unless your opponent is a total dunce, that's not gonna happen. Alright, either way, it doesn't really seem like they're gonna participate in teamfights anytime soon as is. Instead, we're just seeing continuous attacks, and the level 16 finally ready for trying Dutchman 2. The birdie is down again, so once more he uses the gas to save himself, but he gets killed in the process. That's the second time that happens. And the rest of the team is also a bit in trouble. The wall, Malfurion is dead. The wall isolated Li Ming, and now Kefi is dying too. It's a triple kill, baby, and we are talking bell tower conversion. Yeah, one of the things that you would love to have with Vikings too could be a Greymane or a Sylvanas, anything that is really good at structures. Now they got Jimmy in the mix, but of course they could have accelerated the process even further. 77 stacks now for Cassia, and a triple altar phase. You take another 10 points off the Trying Dutchman, and they're getting dangerously close to the single digits. They won't be able to reconvert the bot lane bell tower with only Li Ming, so in order to prevent that from happening, we already have a Valkyrie threat here. Thankfully for the Trying Dutchman, that one didn't connect. But the Vikings are getting in position for the next setup. Eric's takes at least the top, and yep, off we go. There's the channel, here's a little bit of interrupting, and another channel down at the bottom. I have no idea why he used jump, because that means he has to restart his channel, and he gets interrupted. So that was a little bit awkward. I guess they're going to get the top anyways, but I don't really think that he consciously made that decision. He probably just blanked a little bit on the jump there in an attempt to save one of the Vikings. Either way, they're going to get them. So now we got 6 kills, 2 level lead, and that's going to be the next one. The birdie flying down to the bottom. Bell tower conversions, what it's all about. Get the bell tower back. Another 5 shots fired. Bam. Urel gets attacked in the meantime. She doesn't fall for it, but they were really trying to cut off every single path of retreat, right? And they got very, very close. Down here, the bell tower is going to get converted. 11 points. 3 of the pumpkins made it through too, against 25. So, here we go. Top side, they go for the boss. And that's single digits on the core now. Yeah, Urel, she might have seen it, but she can't do anything about it. So there are a couple more pumpkins coming in. Shots connect, 7 points to 25. And that's a problem. Guys, that is a 4 versus 5 against level 20 talents. And they are staying. They are staying for this one. Oh, that could be rough. Malfurion. Malfurion. Lucio, they're hopping out. Valkyrie, they need to kill him. The dwarf is dead. The dwarf is dead, and oh, that's a big, big deal now. 20 against 18 already as is. That should translate into another bell tower conversion. Urel, she's still topside. She's still trying to get experience for them. But this down here, a 3 versus 4 with that lineup now and a level 20 advantage, whew, you are going to be hard-pressed to see anybody that's going to bet on the Trying Dutchman in that bot lane fight now. 28 seconds until Muradin is back. Yeah, and here comes the damage. So they're bringing the damage in slowly. They can be even more aggressive. I don't know why they're not more aggressive around this. They totally have the upper hand here. I'm actually a little bit shocked. Urel, yes, she rotated down, but Eric had total vision on her. So that was fine, and the Vikings were there too. That conversion is kind of important. If you're that far ahead, you really want to get something out of this. So they're trying to set the wall up again. Yeah, but missing it. The delay, of course, is always a bit of a problem. And Malfurion, yeah, they could go for him too. Channel is there. That's 4 shots instead of the 5 that I think they could have had. Another lie. Oh my god, Jesus. They keep connecting. Muradin is second to late, and Malfurion is now totally down for the full duration. 60 seconds, and bam! Cassia! Oh, ho, ho, ho. Woo. With the big kills. I mean, baby. Some serious setup, and look at that stun. And they're surrounding Urel completely. Channel is in, but check out that kill. Cassia, she gets the first one, and then she's able to lock in another double kill. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a game. The core goes down, and the 1-0 lead has been extended. We have a 2-0 for Just Cause in this best of 5 Heroes of the Storm match against the Trying Dutchman at the grand final of the Epic Cup. Game number 3, Just Cause with a 2-0 against the Trying Dutchman. And yeah, the Dutchman, they're trying, but it hasn't happened yet. They haven't put a map on the scoreboard. Not a single point for them just yet. This time on the left side, we got Aquos on Chromie. We got T Forever on Cassia, Lilith Eden on Deckard, Master Chips on Leo. After we've seen him on the Vikings in the last map. And Norak is again playing as Mei. On the right side of the map, Willie B on Malfurion, Eric's the Swift on Diva, we got Slimp on Mephisto, Kefi on Anubarak, and Hunter on Lunara. Yeah, these guys definitely like the Lunara plays. It's kind of funny, in this series we had a fair bit of Lunara, and in the previous grand final of the Rare Cup, the Division 6 and Division 7 match, it was Tassada that kind of dominated a bit on the damage. So it's kind of funny how in the lower divisions there's a couple of heroes that seem to have a preference, but generally we are still playing mainly meta. Small adjustments, but at least the ideas behind the compositions are very mainstream. And it's honestly a pleasant surprise. But as I mentioned, it's always the grand finals that we're focusing on, so it's not the worst teams within the division that we of course observe playing. Yeah, that's more something that we could do during the regular season if we so wanted. But yeah, still something worth mentioning. Slimp is channeling his inner Macke and plays Mephisto. So going into the Nova build here as well. Whereas the Anubarak engage should be followed up by Malfurion. Whenever the stun hits, the root should follow, so that they can get kills here. And they gotta step it up a little bit. They are in a position where now it's all about their ability to try and get their first win in the series, and then maybe slowly bring it back here. Because at this point, as you can tell, they're still struggling a little bit with this entire endeavor. But they got their moments, so they had their moments on the last map, so they can still potentially pull this one off. Down at the map, Kefi, it's all about the third camp. I mean, pretty much every single time that you're playing on Infernal Shrines, at some point it becomes a question of what exactly you're going to do around the third camp that is spawning. Because both of the teams are usually going for their own, and then there's one that's left that you can fight for. And that's exactly what we're seeing here right now as we speak. So as it stands, Anubarak with the engage, trying to make the play here. And they're already getting the lock on T Forever and Cassia. No way! Oh, no way! Are you serious? How did Cassia survive? And then Malfurious dies. Oh, that feels so bad for them. The fight isn't over though. They're still going at it. But Mephisto is dead too. Norak survives as well. And that just feels bad. They lose 2 heroes in the encounter. And that is just incredible. Check this one out. I mean, unbelievable, honestly. Like, look at this. She's practically dead. It's just a damage over time, and then Deckard Cain coming in, Ruby, and is able to keep her in play. They are able to just turn him. That is just incredible. I mean, honestly, it feels so bad. If you're the red team, you just feel bad at this point. You're just like, guys, why couldn't we get a single kill here? Did she really get away? We couldn't even lock that one in and get a trade. No, instead we are losing 2. Barely are able to take the camp, and then that happens. You gotta feel for them a little bit. But then again, let's see what else is going on here. Because we have in the middle our first objective spawning. We got the camps taken by the 2 teams. And yeah, it is time to go for the first objective of the game, which normally they are 5-manning this. Normally you want to have your side laner still on lane so that he can get the experience for level 7 for you. And they're not doing this. None of them are doing that. It's a bit of a mistake, honestly. Even the Division 7 teams did that. You want to have the side laner busy on the lane until you have level 7, because it's a big lead that you got there. But since both of them are going for it, it's not going to be of any consequence. But if one of the teams would break this 5-man attack, then they would capitalize on the extra talent. Anyways, as it stands, they're already moving in the route, and Cassia. Now there's the kill. Yeah, we've been waiting for that one. And they're chasing them, and they're chasing them hard. That's a Mei kill. Mei goes down. Mei goes down. Yeah, there we have it. 2 kills for the trying Dutchman. They're trying harder and harder and harder. Leo has already moved down to the bot side to do his thing here. So he gets the experience up towards the top. Lunara is taking position. It's level 7 all around now, so they have that too. And yep, here we go. There's a quick move straight in the middle. 2 against 2. Yeah, and it's party time. Arcane Punisher is in. And it's just a question of how much damage they can really do. If that procs the Punisher jump now, that would be a lot. Get behind the gate. Every single time I see that, I'm immediately getting queasy. I'm just like, no. Behind the gate with you. Go behind the gate right away. So, yeah, there we have it. Easy play, 2 kills to 2. And with that, we now have them starting to come in straight for the damage against the fort itself. The fountain would be great if they can take that down. But with everybody defending here, it's not going to happen. Fairly even experience. A little bit of an adjustment on the level 4 for Nubarak going a bit into dive here. Already the slowing sands as the ult. I mean, it's pretty much dead even. There's a bit of damage against the gate, but not much more happening than that. Nubarak also has to be careful. We got the camps, of course, up. All 3 are up. They're trying to invade here again. Solo laners are still again at the top. Simp in the back, and Nubarak diving in. The old man out. Cassia with the damage. Chromie with a follow-up. And there's the kill. 4 kills to 2. They're taking the lead again. Chromie is the one finishing the camp off and getting it to push. And in the meantime, they can now also focus on this one. If they claim this, then providing vision here would result in the fountain being taken down too. Pretty standard play, and if you eliminate the sustain in the mid lane, always need. Deckard Cain is already sitting tight, but of course they want to fight this one back. 4 versus 5. Nubarak is not here yet, so they can fight this. They go for Mephisto, and he's down. Mephisto is dead, and Nubarak dives in, and Mei dies too. They steal the camp away. Good. Good on them. Maybe they get the first map here. Then we would get map number 4. The more, the better. Then Deckard Cain also getting a bit beaten to a pulp here, but of course he's not gonna fall. Not in a situation like this one. Yeah, but they are holding on. And the Trying Dutchmen now also have the lead in experience, which gives us the Endurance of Hate as an early level 10 ability. We got the Cocoon, the Bunny Hop, and again the Leaping Strike. Now we're gonna get the Heroics in just a second, also for Just Cause. Not like they're too far behind or anything. So with that, the Ice Wall again, also the Entomb. Old man telling stories as usual, not going into the Lunado or anything like that. Yeah, and once again, also Cassia here with the Valkyrie, and we've seen some incredible Valkyries already throughout this match. So maybe a few more that we're gonna get here. Either way, let's see what they can do around that fight. The next objective is, by the way, topside. So all of this down here is just them trying to set up and poke against the wall a bit. And try to get Lunara into a decent spot for that. With the Splintered Spear and everything, if she connects some of the shots, the damage over time is definitely something that is going to help her to break that down quickly. But the shrine is activating. The camps are still up, and with camps I mean the shaman camps, top left, top right. So very likely we're going to see them make a play for that. 5 kills to 3. I want to see if they are fighting more in the middle, then they're not going to have enough time to go for those camps. So the longer this lasts, that little mini brawl that they have, and the more that the bot lane focus of Lubaraka and Lunara now becomes transparent, the more we're going to see the teams just simply move towards the top and ignore the shaman camps, at least for now. And yep, that's pretty much what's happening here. No level 13 talents are anywhere close. The Trying Dutchman are still a bit ahead in experience, but Leo is now already on the shrine, and he is getting the value. 8 stacks, easy peasy, but here comes the fight, and that's what we've been waiting for. First battle with heroic abilities. Where's Mei? She has to set the ice wall up for the rest of the team to follow up on them. Especially, of course, if she can catch some of the damage dealers. But it's the blue team that has the control over the shrine, and if Leo plays his cards well, he should be able to get a huge lead for them. Mephisto gets caught, so does Anubarak and Diva. And here comes the Entomb. Easiest setup of his life, baby. And there's the kill. The bunny hobbity hop. The counter attempt. And Mei goes down. The old-timer, the boomer with the stories, but not... Yeah, there's not... Oh, mace to the face? Nah, let's Diva get out. Yeah, Lunara, Bambi is still coming in with a couple of leaps, connecting some damage too. Could be the second objective for the Trying Dutchman. Yeah, fair enough. So, red team... They have the position, 12 to 12 stacks. Problem, of course, is that the 2 heroes that died earlier are both now on their way back. Mephisto is moving in, and so is Mei. Leo could focus a bit more on the objective. Maybe they would be able to just steal that away here. And so is Diva is currently trying. Alright, he gets one. Maybe with another solid swing he can make a play here. Yeah, there's the ice wall. He has his Entomb back up too. Could use that. Ice wall is in. Mei with a slide once again. The damage output. They're trying to go for Malfurion. Willie B is already in trouble. And there's the finish. Down goes Malf. Cassia, she's still alive and gets topped off by Norak. Oh my god, by Deckard Kane. Norak is still helping them at the front to control with the slows. And there's the kill. It's a double, it's a triple, a quad kill in total. And a big wipe in that last fight. 10 kills, 2-4. And that is an objective in the hands of Just Cause. And they, of course, can break through that even before that happens. They take it right away. They should be able to get the fort here. If they send a few more heroes top, then for sure. Chrome is definitely on her way. Leo's, of course, dealing with the middle. But that was a solid ending on the fight. That battle was great for them. 4 kills, lead in experience, entire level ahead, big kill lead. And then, of course, everything else that they were just able to accomplish. Neat. 30,000 damage now for Cassia, so good for her. Yeah, and on top of that, we got the 41,000 on Lunara. But they need to translate that into kills, and they just lost the first fort. And since the solo laners are now focusing on lane experience again, you see Diva and Leo both rotating between the middle and the bottom. And Leo's, of course, now going to try and slow her even down a little bit. Well, actually, no. He's just trying to go for the damage right away. Costing them some experience would have also been neat, but he is trying to at least make sure that the gate and maybe even the towers drop. Drops them as low as he possibly can. Now, level 16 talents are going to be the next important step for them. Mei gets a bit abused. She died 3 times already, so there's a lot of focus on her. 16 talents already in with the shifting sands. And once again, they're going for the camp. I mean, they're making the plays. They're going for the attempt. They're trying to get the camp here as quickly as they can, locking this in. There's always the threat, as we saw before, that the blue team is attempting to steal it away and then try to take the fountain down. The last time, Trying Dutchmen were able to prevent it from happening and stole the camp themselves then. So they let the blue team do all the work. But you can't rely on that happening every single time, so they take it quickly. And in the meantime, the blue team moved to the bottom and took the neutral one, because they feel that they have a bit of a better position over here, which is definitely true. But it seems that the Trying Dutchmen are totally willing to contest this one. Or at least they're looking for it. But there's the ice wall. And are we going to see a follow-up? Well, they go for Diva down at the bottom first. And up at the top, Leo is not making any big plays. Didn't even commit to the Entomb as long as Anubarak does his burrow charge. It's kind of pointless against him anyways. And Lunara can, of course, always jump out. So you really, really got to pick your target here. But here we go. Oh, well. Already down at the bottom of the map, Simp is doing his thing. And what else? Top side, mid lane, 13, 16. Here we go. Careful. Now that they have the 16, they are gonna try and steal this one. Or at least they're thinking about it, but instead Nubarak is engaging in the back. Hello, team? You should not try to fight that fight. And Noob gets punished extremely quickly for that. And the Ice Wall. Oh, the Entomb against 2. And they're gonna lose both. Malfurion is dead. Holy hell. Nice. That was solid. That was pretty sexy. Check this one out. What a beauty. So there's the Entomb after the Ice Ball, and then they come in with a sleeper setup. I mean, every single ult gets pretty much hit in that moment. And Malfurion and Mephisto fall both. Really well done. That was a great setup from Norok. The follow-up from Leo. And yeah, that's an easy double kill. 13 kills to 4. That was quite something. Everything lined up perfectly for them. And with those kills, they have now taken, of course, an even bigger lead. The fort is down. It's the second one. They're about to steal the camp away. It's a 5 versus 5 again on the map, and it's 16 versus 16 talent. So that fight can actually be taken by the Trying Dutchman. Gotta be a bit careful here. And, yep, they let it slide. They let the camp go. They were hoping to steal it. They were a little bit too slow. And since the death timers were still a bit low, even with those kills, they were not able to get it. And now they're in that awkward position where they are the ones that don't have a camp at the top lane. Which is always a bit unfortunate. But again, if you win the team fight on the shrine, then it's not going to matter too much, is it now? So everybody is starting to move in instead. Off we go. Here's the quick setup. And D.Va is already in trouble. They're trying to hit it with a Valkyrie, but yeah, not quite. Top lane is becoming an issue. Look at the minimap. That camp is pushing in, so they need to win down here. Aquas. Nubarak is dead. Chromie. She is dead, alive. She dies. Finally. Finally, there's the kill. But Mephisto dies and Malfurion isn't looking too healthy either. Nope, the old-timers, the boomers, they're all going down. 17 kills to 5 now. And still only that 1 level lead. And they got lucky at the top lane too. The towers took down the Shaman camp. So that they don't have to be afraid for anything here. They still hold on to all 3 forts. All 3 of them. And instead, we have the mid lane push happening. Now, this one is going to aim straight for the keep, of course. Everybody else is already looking down to the bottom of the map. Thinking about going for the fort here. Instead, they're focusing their attention on the wall. And there's nobody to bait it over, even. I mean, that's initial damage that they shouldn't even get. There's the bait. And he, yeah, okay, comes in. I was just about to say, you gotta give him something to jump on. Just providing vision is not enough. You gotta be in range, too. So, there's the bait over. But that's an easy one, at least on... Oh my god, the ice wall again. It's the easy one, at least on the gate. And they have a chance to take that keep. I mean, I'm not sure if it's going to happen, but likely they're going to fall back since it's still... They don't have a talent advantage, but that's a solid amount of damage on this bad boy. There's nearly 50% that they just took off here. 63% for Lunara. And 52,000 on Cassia. And immediately they invade again. I mean, right now, they have to do something, right? They can't wait until level 20 is a thing, so they gotta invade. They gotta be aggressive, and that's what they're trying to do. If it wins for you, then you're in a great spot. They steal the camp, but of course they haven't won the fight yet. That kill against Deckard Cain, on the other hand, is a great first start. And if they can just follow up with a little bit more, they might be getting back into the game. They are the ones who have to win 3 in a row now if they want to decide this series in their favor. Keep that in mind. They are down 0-2. This is the best of 5 after all. And as all of those battles are happening, the quest for Leo is completed. He's pushing the top side. He doesn't even care. He's just saying, guys, you do whatever you want. I'm going to do this. I'm going to take them down. Lunara wanted to go for the solo kill and might get punished, but Willy B with the save. Chromie. Yeah. She gets out and murders Mephisto. And yeah, Leo is still at the top. I have no idea if the Dutchmen are not realizing what's going on here, what's happening. Finally, they have someone on the lane. But he went through the entire wall and he started to take that down. Even if he dies for that, that's worth it. He's buying some additional time, as it seems, for the rest of them. He should have a Wraith Walk. He doesn't even drain. He just walks away. Yet the Ossen's Renewal still up. But yeah, it's still a 5 versus 4 on the map. Okay. 5 versus 4 on the map. 4 in, sorry, keep in the middle and at the top nearly down. Talking about going down. The mech goes down. And the pilot might... Nah, pilot is still safe. Okay, but... They need a big win, guys, and they just don't have it. It's the level 20 now for Just Cause, which means that they got buried alive. They got Kane with this setup. This is just not looking pretty. The Giant Dutchman, they just need to really turn up the heat a little bit. At this point, you are doomed to make some aggressive plays. Even if they're not the smartest ones, it's all that you can hope for. Once that the objective is up, if you don't have level 20 by then, you're in trouble. So split yourself onto the lanes a little bit and get the experience. I don't think they can hold on to all of the keeps. They have to pretty much sacrifice at least one. They need to send someone down here, get the experience. They at least are in the middle now, so they can catch this. They have 30 seconds to get to level 20, and if they can't get the Storm Talent, they're still forced to fight the next fight. That's not quite true, because it's bot lane. So bot lane is still hold fort and keep. So they can let this one slide. It's also, honestly, now that I look at it, only 18 minutes in the game. I honestly felt like we've been in this one already a bit longer. So even if they are not getting the Punisher, they will be able to defend as long as they get their own level 20. The fort would be forfeit, keep would be attacked, but there's no way that the blue team can end the game unless they're killing multiple heroes, which might still happen here. But they're trying to fight for the objective, so they got the time now. I think they could have gotten to 20 a little bit faster, but either way, they lock it in now through the middle. And with that, it's going to be an even battle. It doesn't change the fact that Just Cause is already way ahead on the points on the objective, of course. 22 for them. But here comes the aggression. Already, early Bunny Hop, really trying to go for T forever there in the back. And the fight, once more, the ice wall set up. Anubarak with a stun attempt. Here comes the Durance of Hate. The old man with the sleep. Malfury and Mephisto, the Nubarak, are all dead. Now they're going for D.Va. They're trying to take the next one down too. D.Va is dead and that's game. Mid lane is open. They can just go for game right away. They don't even have to go for this anymore. The team should honestly just go middle. Keep Leo here. He takes it and then everybody goes mid lane. Yeah, they're already moving in, but Chromie and Leo need to join the fun, but that is definitely a play for core. That just has to be one. At this point, you're so close to locking in the victory and the championship for yourself, and it should definitely happen. So, yep, off we go. There's the move straight for it. Bottom 4 has now fallen too. Of course, they're making the play with the rest of them. Yeah, and that, ladies and gentlemen, should be all she wrote. We have 19 seconds for Malfury, and there shouldn't be a way that she gets back into this. The shield is falling. The bottom keep is also getting attacked. Mei is down, but so are the shields. And I guess the hopes and dreams of the Trying Dutchman are ending here too. They're coming in second at the Epic Cup. Congratulations to Just Cause, who lock in the victory and crown themselves the champion of the season. Nicely done. A clean 3-0 victory for the blue team as they lock the W in on Infernal Shrines.
Thank you everybody for watching the video today. I hope that you enjoyed the show and the commentary. And keep in mind that the spoiler protection that is going to run for the rest of the video is made possible by all the support on patreon.com. So guys, if you want to support my work, if you want to help me start new projects and keep the spoiler protection in place, please consider heading over to patreon.com/Khaldor. There's also a link in the YouTube description and check that out. Thanks in advance, and see you guys next time with more esports coverage here on Khaldor TV. Have a great day.